Hey folks, welcome to another episode of D20 Sundays. How's it going? Uh, so, one thing I've always used, well, not always. I actually started using it with my first dungeon mastering group because, well, they were the first group I ever DM'd for. And they kind of brought it up to me. It was that every creature that they fought against fought to the death. And they never stopped to try and think of running away when the odds were against them, or maybe they were lower on health and it's obvious that they wouldn't win this fight, so they're just going to fight to the death and not think of running away. And my players brought that up to me and they said, you know, you'd think that since we outnumber this thing, 2 to 1, and it's already pretty banged up now, you would think about running away. And they're like, oh no, it's Ian, everything he throws against us, it's to the death. Well, they were kind of right, because I was still learning. So I made a morality... why do I keep trying to say morality? No, it's a morale check. Now, I know these exist in other DMs' books and everything, but this is essentially what I do. I take 3 things, and I give them a +2 for each thing. The first, well, how good is their health? Are they at full health, half health, a third? Or, somewhere in between. That, if they're at full health, give them a +2. Or if they're confident about their health, give them a +2. Next is their numbers. Is there more of them than there are players, or are there more players than them? If they've got the better numbers, then give them a +2. The last is their equipment. Are they very proficient with their equipment, or is their equipment magical by some means? If that's the case, then give them a +2. So a total of a +6 bonus to this morale check. Essentially what they do is they roll a d20, and if they get over a 10, well, they're confident enough to continue with this fight. But say the players within the first few rounds takes that goblin war party down from 15 to 5, well, that war party's not going to feel very confident. We just lost numbers, and we don't really have magical items, so we just got our health. So the last 5, do morale checks. Say 2 of them fail and they get under a 10. Well, they're going to start running away. The last 3, well, they passed, so they're still going to try and fight. And that's kind of how I run it, because it makes it a little more believable. Within the first round, you're able to cleave off 4 of their heads, and you're like, yeah, come get some. The goblins are gonna be like, no, that's a terrible idea. So from there, I started throwing things against them that would make those morale checks, things that would think for a moment, like, you players, you cut your way through our base, like maybe the bandit chief, he's like, yeah, you cut through all of my men. I'm the one of 6 still standing. You cut through every single one of my men. And I don't feel so confident fighting you guys, so I'll tell you what. I'll pay you to go away. That's one thing from the morale check. Another thing is that maybe the players could use Intimidate to drive them away. And they would have to make a morale check versus their intimidation. It's like, yeah, think of it kind of like a wisdom check at the same time. It's more of like, would they really go through with the threat? But also, how well do they feel that they could survive through the threat? It's pretty much that's how it is, or that's how it should be. It's like, it's not only, yes, I'm intimidated by your threat, but do I feel confident in my ability to kill you before you kill me? If the answer is no, then, well, you should probably run away. Some creatures, like some goblins, golems, what else? Things with very low intelligence, or maybe even no intelligence whatsoever, most likely won't make this check because, well, they can't figure that out. It's not something for them. An animal, on the other hand, say a wolf or a bear, most likely would make this check, but not because the players outnumber me, but more of, I'm pretty wounded, and this situation's not looking good, so I'm going to run away. So, say if a wolf, I think they have an HP of 13. Oh, there's a warg. We'll use that. Nope, there's the wolf. HP 13. Hey, cool, I got that right. So, imagine a wolf, fighting the party, and, the party hits it once, and it's brought down to, say, I don't know, 5 health. Yeah, it's not going to stick around anymore. It's like, nope, I'm done with this. So, that would be a survival kind of instinct that even animals would have. So, things that don't have intelligence or that survival instinct, well, maybe they'll just try and fight to the death. But until then, think about a morale check. Think about the possibility that your players could use it instead of, look, we could either do combat, go back and forth for a few rounds, both of us get scruffed up, you die. It could be like, hey, look, I could either fight you or you could get out of the way. And maybe your players will enjoy that more than just, let's beat the crap out of something. Maybe thinking of a new way of getting around something. Kind of like finding a new solution to a puzzle. Because remember, if your players find a solution to your puzzle that you didn't account for, but it works and it fits, then I guess they found the right solution. Anyways, that's it for this episode. See you later. Like and subscribe as always.